Hello, everybody, and good morning. How are you? I've been up for a little while. I got my coffee, I got some breakfast, I got some housework done, and Foodie decided to go live in a live called Beezeroni. So I peeked at it, and what was she doing? Well, she was gossiping, and she's sad fishing today. And Foodie, this is not the day to try to elicit some kind of sympathy from people. I mean, really bad timing on your part. Today is 9/11. For those who are not in America, or maybe those of you that are not in America, maybe you know about 9/11, maybe you don't. But 9/11 is a time when a serious tragedy happened. A lot of people lost their lives. And so today is a day of remembrance. And for anybody out there who's lost a friend or a family member, my heart goes out to you. My prayers are with you. My love is with you. And I hope that you have some healing today, remembering what happened on that fateful day. So Foodie decided to come live and Sadfish. In the live, she's got the lights off, just looking extra pathetic. And for those of you that are Beezers, and you were asking in the comments long ago, what does a bee moment look like? For those people that have never had a problem with food, and you're wondering, what does a bee moment look like? Well, you're going to get a clear picture of it in this live, because in this live, she's doing something what I call grazing, and grazing is a thing. And you have a problem with food. It's not where you have a whole bunch of food set out in front of you. It's where you're going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. You're just continuously eating. You're just jumping from one thing to the next thing continuously. And that's what she's doing the entire live. So she gets on her live and she talks about she had a bit of anxiety because her and Salah went out in Thailand and she was around the people and she was in the crowd and she felt anxiety. So she's having a moment where she's trying to get people to feel sorry for her. And I've got so many thoughts, but I wanted to wait until I react to share my thoughts. So why don't we just get into it? Because we're not going to stay the entire live. There's really no need. She quickly gets boring, but I wanted to cover a little bit of it because she put out a video showing herself visiting the elephants. And I'm not going to be reacting to that either, because any kind of, whenever Fody does a video featuring herself and animals, that's an automatic nope from me. Not going to cover it. I am not going to play into what she's doing. She's rage farming. She's putting herself around animals on purpose. I'm not falling for it, Foodie. And I hope no one else does either. You're looking for people to get angry with you, and you do these lives hoping to get some super chats, but that tactic is no longer working. So, you know what happens when you try to pull the old scam shell game on people and it's not working? You got to change up the game. But you're so lazy, you're not even bothering at the same time that you're going broke in Thailand. But you know what? I love that for you. Absolutely love it, because you are a victim of your own bad choices, and yet you won't stop making bad choices. So here we are, and here you are. But let's get into the live. Let me just go ahead and share the screen. And we'll cover a little bit of this and then we'll just move on with our day, because I want to put in some extra hours at work and I've got things to do. So let's just get this done for the moment, shall we? Let's go. So there she is in the dark, and she stays this way the entire live. And we've got the portrait mode on her phone, even though she could widen the screen. Chantal, we already know that you and Salah have separate beds. We already know you guys aren't sleeping together in the same bed. So I'm not quite sure why you're showing portrait mode, unless you're trying to look extra pathetic for the audience. Oh, look at me. I'm in the dark and I'm eating and I'm sad. Feel bad for me. This is not the day to feel sorry for you. Bad form and bad taste doing this on 9/11. You like to do, like you like to have your little pinky up when you're mad. Well, I'm doing this at you. Shame on you. Shame. Shame for doing this on 9/11.
Yum, pancakes. So anyway, I realized like we were downtown Bangkok. Downtown. And I had like
Just back it up a
I said
bit.
it right the first time, Tasha. Hi Lorena. We're your new favorite couple? Awesome. That's awesome. It's about 10 p.m. here. Fernanda, hello, sweetie. Are we telling scary stories? We can. 7-Eleven. It's dark just because I don't feel like I have. Okay. I'm having a bad anxiety day today. I'm having one of those like existential moments. I had one of those existential moments today where
You know what I hate, Foodie? I hate the fact that you come to your audience and you like to keep your people, your subscribers, worried for you. You always put them in a state of like high alarm with you. Like, what's going on, Foodie? Are you okay? You put them on high alert that something's really wrong with you. The sad thing is, you want people to feel sorry for you. You want them to feel concerned for you at the same time that you're not caring for yourself. It's so sad. There are more people that care for you than you caring for yourself. You won't even take the initiative to take care of yourself. You'd rather have your hug box and have them worried about you. But what are you doing about you? What are you doing about your problems? Nothing. Nothing except coming on YouTube and complaining and griping and making everybody worried for you.
well, you know I suffer from anxiety, right? And like
You know, as far as her anxiety, I know that anxiety is a real thing. I know that a lot of people suffer from anxiety, and my heart goes out to you. I know it can be very debilitating, and it can stop you from doing sometimes the most simple of things. But with Foodie, her anxiety is selective. Everything is selective with her. She feels it when she wants to feel it. She doesn't feel it when she doesn't want to feel it. It's selective. So she had an anxiety moment in Thailand. Why is that, Foodie? Why did you have an anxiety moment in Thailand walking around with Salah? Was it true anxiety or was it just you having a real moment where you were around real people versus being in your comfort zone in Kuwait, sitting in a room, eating your food, and not being in front of actual people? I think you've been having a lot of wake up moments in Thailand, being around real people, actually being part of the world, walking around, having people see you. These are wake up moments, and you should wake up. It's time. It's been time. It's time for you to realize you've been living in a bubble for too long and it's been toxic for you. And something's got to give and something's got to change. You're at that point where something has to change or something might happen to you. You want to be a world traveler. You wanted to see the world. If you go see the world, you're going to have many wake up moments. You're going to have to be around people. You're not just going to be able to find areas of the world where there's nobody, where it's abandoned, and you could just do your content and no one's going to be there. If you want to be a world traveler, you got to be part of the world. You've got to see the world and you've got to be around people, period.
you're dating with the fountain. Don't joke about that. They're gonna take it for reality. No.
You know, you can't be a world traveler if at the same time you're avoiding the world. Understand? You can't avoid the world and see the world at the same time. Just ain't going to work.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they have 13,000 7-Elevens in Thailand. We looked it up. Yum, pancakes. So anyway, I realized like we were downtown Bangkok. Downtown. And I had like the most
Yeah, and downtown Bangkok is a busy district. As I mentioned before, I saw a video or a live feed of someone walking around in downtown Bangkok. It gets really busy. There are lots of cars. There are lots of people. There's barely any room to walk. It's got a nightlife. Thailand definitely has a nightlife. It looks like to be like a lot of fun, but for her it would not be a lot of fun because she's surrounded in people, and there are going to be people looking at her. And again, that's a wake up moment, Foodie. That is a wake up moment. When people are staring at you, that's a wake up moment. People are actually seeing you the way you look. and you claim to have all kinds of confidence in yourself. But if you had confidence in yourself, you could wander around anywhere in the world and it wouldn't bother you. You're having that anxiety for a reason because you are not comfortable with yourself at all. You're very self aware of yourself. Your mouth is saying one thing, but your actions are saying another. If you're not comfortably being around people, you're lacking in confidence. And if you're lacking in confidence, ask yourself why. Is it because you know you're unhealthy? Is it because you know you are of a much larger size and yes, people are going to look? Well, you've got two choices. Either fix yourself and lose the weight to where you're at a weight to where people aren't staring so much, or gain a whole bunch of confidence to where you don't care.
It's one of the busiest. It's like the most visited city in the world, and I had really bad. Gonna get some Chinese yum. Um, Anxiety, like a moment where I'm like, I'm in Bangkok right now, and there were like so many people just like swarming around us. And I just had like an anxiety attack. Not a huge one.
You know, when she was in Canada, she could easily avoid people. You know, she stayed in her house or she had her car. And if she went to fast food restaurants, she could just stay in her car most of the time. And then when she was in Kuwait, she mostly stayed in the house. She didn't go out very much. And when she and Salah did go out, they went to deserted places. Her going to Thailand, she's having the most contact with the general public than she's ever had in a long time. And it's freaking her out. She's freaked out actually being around people, having contact with people. She looks at that as something to be afraid of. Again, this is a gut check moment, foodie. But maybe you need to get yourself together. You need to work on yourself. You need to work on your body. You need to work on your self confidence. You need to work on all of it. And this nonsense that you're doing right now, sitting on live, soothing yourself with food, this is part of the problem. This is it. Using the wrong thing for the wrong problem, using the wrong medication to fix what's wrong with you. Food is not your friend. It is something that you consume to give you energy to go out into the world to do things. But just like with anything else in life, it can be abused, it can be misused, and you've been misusing and abusing food for years. Hence, the reason why you're at this point now. Problems are meant to be solved. You do not solve a problem by running away from it, from jumping over it, from tunneling under it. It's meant to be solved. So if you are at a size where you're having trouble doing simple things, bathing yourself, tying your shoes, trouble breathing, trouble finding clothes, these are problems. You got to solve these problems. Take care of your health. Look at yourself and say, maybe I shouldn't be eating all this food. Maybe I should lose at least a little bit of the weight to where I can move around and do things and be able to buy clothes. And I won't have to depend on some guy to be my caretaker. I can just be independent and do my own thing. I won't need to have a professional bum loser walking by my side to look after me. I can look after myself. You're 39 years old. You should be looking after yourself. You shouldn't need a caretaker.
12,800. Oh my gosh. Hello, Holy. I can't say your whole name. You troll, Beezer. These taste like sour straws, but they're natural. I got overwhelmed. And I longed for quiet solitude at that moment. Monica, hi!
Yet she's having that moment in Thailand where she's like, having a world, an unfiltered world around me sucks. She's used to filtering her world and filtering herself. Out in the world, you can't do that. Being out in the really real world, the unfiltered world sucks for her. Because when you're out in the really real, unfiltered world, you can't hide yourself. You can't filter yourself. You can't put on some fake, phony image and people will buy it. They see you and they hear you for what you are. And she's not dealing with it very well. This is what happens when you live in a fantasy world for too long, Chantal. And then you have to go out into the real world. It's a shock to the system. And you just can't deal.
Yeah. Oh, it's 9/11. Wow. I just realized that. I haven't really been online, so I didn't see everyone talking about it either. Um, Absolutely, yeah, in remembrance. I'm eating mango straws. Sorry. Really, Lisa? Shoot. Here I am like pouring my like heart out, and it's like 9/11. I'm grateful for life. I was just
Chantal's such a heartless beast. You know what she's probably thinking right now? She's probably thinking, I just want to come online and act pathetic and tell a sad story and get a bunch of super chats. And today's 9/11, a day of serious remembrance. Doggone it, that just interferes in my plans. Because remember, Chantal made fun of people. She mocked the 7/11 tragedy. I'm 7/11, I'm sorry. The 9/11 tragedy. She mocked it. Long ago she did. So isn't it in bad taste that it's 9/11 and she's online doing this crap? You could have saved this for another day, Chantal. You could have waited one day. You could have stayed in your room, gotten some laundry done because you only bought like, what, 4 outfits to Thailand? Gotten all your clothes clean, gotten yourself clean. You could have gotten a lot done today, just taking the day off. You were live last night and you raged a little bit. You weren't all the way raging. You were about 25% there. It was more grumbling than anything else. But you did it live last night. Why not take the day off? Why not let everybody have their day of quiet and remembrance? But no, you're working that pathetic angle. You think that's actually going to work and help make you money. No, 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 this is not the day, ma'am. This is not the day. This is not the day for this crap. As a matter of fact, this is how I think we all feel about you and your little pathetic, sad story today.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that was my reaction with her when she was doing the live. That was what was going through my mind. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You were in Thailand and you got around people and you got a little bit shy, maybe a little bit self-conscious, to the point where you had to come online and tell everybody about it on 9/11. Nobody cares. Go away. Save it for another day. Nobody cares.
just having a very I mean, I'm overall happy, but I was just having a very anxious moment today. You know what I realized? I mean, like, I always forget I hate crowds.
She talks about having anxiety, but she never offers up what solution she's looking for to deal with the problem. Anybody ever notice that? She's always coming online with her problems, but she doesn't come online saying, I've got this problem and here's the solution that I'm working on to fix it. It's always just bringing everybody else problems. I have anxiety. Okay, Chantal, what are you doing about it? Have you talked to anybody? Are you taking any medication? How are you handling your problems? Why is it everybody else's responsibility to deal with your problems? Don't you think people in your audience have their own problems? They got their own issues that they have to deal with. You're going to come online and just dump your garbage on everybody else's doorstep. I've got anxiety. Okay, so what can we do about it? What can we do? You're right there in the room. You're the one feeling it. What are you doing about it? How are you handling the situation? You're a 39-year-old woman. You're an adult. You got to figure out how to deal with your own crap. No one else can help you but you.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, Megasaurus. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish you well. It's dark where I am, Monica. I know. Thank you, Holy. You did a lot of activities. I did. Yeah, I don't mean like solitude, like just me. I meant like.
Oh, just a little side note before I forget. So I outlined in the last react the reasons why I thought she was lying about the boil slash abscess, whatever it might be. Here's another one. Here's another question that observation that I have. So Chantal said she couldn't remember if they gave her antibiotics or painkillers or whatever for her boil when she went home. And the abscess that she was describing, it sounded pretty serious. I mean, a golf ball sized abscess, that sounds nasty. That sounds like something you would go to the hospital for, but allegedly they sent her home. So a thought that came into my mind was maybe the reason why she said that she could not remember if they gave her medication or antibiotics is because if she was lying and she said the wrong medication or the wrong painkillers, everybody would go look that stuff up. And if she said the wrong thing, she would immediately be busted. Also, if they sent her home with antibiotics or painkillers or whatnot, couldn't she easily pull them out of her purse and show them to us? I mean, they are traveling, they're in a room, they wouldn't be hard to find, right? Or show us some kind of paperwork, something showing she actually had a visit. So, again, this is all stuff that looks very sketch to me.
Just me and Salah, you know? Anybody over there? Feel like the rain? Is it still raining? Anyone ever travel and get like that sometimes where you just all of a sudden realize you're in like you get like a bit of culture shock?
I don't think it's so much culture shock because she's not that interested in other people's culture or different walks of life. It's just being around people. She's not used to being around people. I mean, y'all can go all the way back through her channel. She went from living with BB to living at the villa, and she was in her room most of the time when she was at the villa. And when she wasn't there, she was with Natters. She's always kept her bubble very, very small. And then she went from Canada to Kuwait, and still she kept her bubble very, very, very small. Now all of a sudden she's in Thailand and the bubble just got a lot bigger. She's in Thailand and there's no way to get interesting content without having to go out and be around people and have people look at her and have contact with her. And that's out of her comfort zone. She wants to do what she does alone. She doesn't want anybody looking at her. She doesn't want anybody talking to her. She's not interested in mingling amongst other people. She's very socially awkward. So all this going on in Thailand it's a big shock to her system, and it's a big wake up moment. It's a gut check of this is the really real world. When you're someone you're dreaming about traveling the world, you got to be part of the world, Chantal. You can't avoid it. You can't be afraid of it. And you are afraid of it. You're afraid of walking out in the world and people judging you. You're afraid of people staring at you and saying something to you. These are all moments that are defining. And they're saying you need to work on yourself. You need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your body. You need to not be embarrassed about yourself. And if you are embarrassed, find a way to not be embarrassed. Get your confidence up. Feel confident. And if that means losing 100 pounds, if it means losing 200 pounds, so be it. Get it done. You have the luxury of being on YouTube and making the kind of money to where you're not having to adhere to a normal work schedule. You can go where you like. You can eat what you like. Why not make yourself healthy? Why not take your blessings and use them in a positive way?
Vixel. It depresses you? Too much of it depresses me for sure. Do you like tea, lady? I like tea. Yeah. Yes, babe, a few. Oh. Yeah, for sure, Monica. But I like bees, and so I wanted to talk to you guys. Nothing a fillet of fish can't cure, am I right? Well, I do have a spare tuna. I have a backup sandwich in the fridge and a whole bunch of chips if I get hungry. Babe, we have sandwiches here, or get yourself something if you're hungry.
I guarantee you all that food in the room is for her. I'm sure you can get around just fine with just having a sandwich or two a day, just a couple of normal meals. But they have a ton of food in the room just for her, just in case she gets hungry. And she just talked about having a backup sandwich in the fridge. Chantal, what is this obsession with food? You're very sedentary. You don't need that much food. What are you putting all that fuel in your tank for? You're not going to go anywhere. You're not even walking right now. Why are you eating so much? Slow down. You're going to get to a point where you can't find anything to wear and you can't move. And then what's going to happen? I mean, Salah just kind of showed himself with this abscess, if it even existed. You have an abscess on your leg. It's been lanced. He's not going to treat it. He's not going to pack it to where you don't have to go back to the clinic or the hospital. He noped out of that. So if he's not willing to take care of an abscess, if you become bedridden or, God forbid, something worse, do you think he's going to stick by your side? Nah. He's just there as long as it's not too inconvenient. When it becomes too inconvenient, he's gone. And that's the person you want to make your companion? That's the person you want to pay for? That's the person you're paying their way and they get to travel on your dime? You're holding on to that loser for what? For what? You claim to be smarter than all of us. But if you were even halfway smart, what you would do is look at that professional bum and say, you know what? This situation with us, it ain't working for me. It's not working. I'm going to get a plane ticket. I'm going to go back to Canada and I'm going to work my crap out. I'm going to get it all straight. I'm tired of paying for you. I'm tired of paying your way. You go your way. I'll go mine. I'm going to go home to Canada. I'm going to get a room and I'm going to bees with my beezers. And that's that. Just stop all the fake nonsense. Go home. If you went home to Canada, took off the abaya, took off the hijab, stop cosplaying as something you're not, and just be your true, authentic self, you will probably make bank, at least for a little while. You're not making bank right now. You're losing money by being fake, being phony, being boring. If you want to be smart, go home and just do you. Stop hanging on to somebody that wants nothing to do with you.
Why are you calling me lady, sir? They're really good, those things. Anyway, I had a bad day. But I'm not going to complain because I very stupidly forgot it was 9/11. So I'm not going to complain about anything. Just seems very wrong.
It is.
Hi, Andre. You don't like to travel? Some people really don't. I like to, but sometimes I just get those moments, and they make me, it might be my anxiety. I'm not sure. But actually, it's probably really early where you guys are, huh?
I'm not a doctor. I'm not over here diagnosing Chantal. I'm not an RN. I'm not a nurse. But I have a feeling that a lot of her anxiety comes from just being around people and knowing that they're staring at her. Like seeing people stare at her. She doesn't know how to handle it. If she had the confidence that she claims that she has, it wouldn't bug her. She'd be able to go out into the world and go anywhere and not give a doggone. But she's very self aware of the fact that people can see her without her filters. And I'm sure it's quite shocking. So if you care about traveling, Chantal, if you really want to travel, if you want to go places, make life easier on yourself, get yourself healthy. Stop medicating yourself with food. Stop soothing yourself with food. Stop catering to those people on your channel that they're just there for their fetish. And they don't care who fulfills it as long as it's fulfilled. Those people don't care about you. They care about having their fetish fulfilled. Either you're going to do it or somebody else is going to do it. Your health is your responsibility. And either you care about it or you don't. But if you don't care about it and something bad happens to you, do not expect the rest of the world to cry for you or feel sorry for you when you are the captain of your own ship and you choose to steer it right into the rocks.
I don't know. I need my water. Here it is. Have you tried cotton candy grapes? I just got some from Sam's and I can't stop eating them. I tried. I think I did. I tried grapples before. I thought it was cotton candy grapes. I tried, but it was grapples. No, but they're really good. Do they taste like candy? It's okay, Chantal. Thanks, Monica. What is?
I actually had, was it grapes or an apple that tasted like grapes? I thought it tasted weird. I was like, my taste buds are confused. It's an apple? Is it a grape? I don't know what this is.
9/11. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, I think they're a troll. I need a backup sandwich right now. I will buy sandwiches from 7-Eleven. Okay, babe. Lady, we be friends? I don't know. I don't think I need any more friends. Well, sure, why not? My father-in-law hated.
You don't have any friends. Because if you had a true friends tell you the truth. Do they not? If you have somebody that is your friend, a true friend tells you the truth. Even if it hurts your feelings, they will tell you the truth. And they do it not because they're being hateful, but because they love you, because they care. They'll be dead ass honest with you because they care. And friends are valuable things in this world because as a person, you have your perspective where you're on the inside looking out, but your friends, your relatives, they have the perspective of being on the outside looking in. They can give you that angle and that point of view that you don't have just because you're too close to things. That's why it's good to have people around you that care because they can offer their opinions, they can offer their feelings, they can offer their perspective that you wouldn't get on your own. She doesn't have friends. She has enablers. She has people around her that are yes men. Yes, Chantal, you're absolutely right. Yes, Chantal, that's perfectly okay when it's not okay. The fact that she's in the shape that she's in right now and she's that unhappy proves that she has no friends. She doesn't want friends. She doesn't want honest people around her. She wants people around her that will lie and just go along with whatever narrative she wants to put out there. She doesn't want anybody to oppose the narrative, even though it might be completely fucking wrong.
Traveling. He would only leave town for funerals and weddings. Yeah. Well, exactly, Crystal. Like, not everybody likes traveling. It can be very stressful. It's not stress free, that's for sure. It's like a worthwhile stress, though. I guess that's why it evens out. Nice to see you too, sweetie. I love how active you are in my life. I don't take that for granted because
Of course, he's active in your life. He's your sugar baby. He's living off of you. You are his paycheck. You are his living. You're the one paying his way. Of course, he's going to be active. If he didn't have you, what would he have? He'd be back in Kuwait with no money and no job. Nothing. You are his everything because you are literally his everything. And if something happens to you, then he'd be back out on his own. He'd have to find another person, another mark to take advantage of. Because Salah wants to be a kept man. He doesn't want to work. He doesn't want to make his own money. He doesn't want to make his own way. Even on his gaming channel, he sucks. He absolutely sucks. He doesn't know how to do YouTube, doing lives and not talking to people, not interacting with people. And he wonders why he's such a fail on YouTube. He's such a fail on his gaming channel that he brought you on his gaming channel to do his streams for him just to get extra subs and extra views, when he should be doing that himself on his own channel. He's essentially riding piggyback off of you and your channel, Chantal. And you're okay with that, as long as he stands next to you and he says what he's supposed to say. But don't get it twisted. The fact that he's there in your life does not mean that he loves you. Because if he loved you for real, he would stand up and say, this is out of control. Your health is really bad. Your mobility is really bad. This needs to get fixed. I don't care how mad you get at me. I love you and I want to see you around for a while. I want you to be with me. So please, let's do what we need to do to get this fixed. That's what a man who loved a woman would say to her. He wouldn't just stand by and let her destroy herself. The fact that he is tells me everything I need to know about him. Because he wants what he wants and he's going to get what he's going to get. He's so disconnected away from you that he'll just let you do what you want to do, and he won't stop it. There's no love there.
I was always missing that. Like, a lot of times I felt ignored previously. Not by him, by like other people in my life, if you don't know what I mean. But
I don't know what you mean. I really don't. Because you had somebody in your life that cared a lot about you. Someone that still cares a lot about you. His name is Pete's. You remember Pete's, right? Your best friend of 17 years, the guy that you dated, the guy that you were engaged to. Even to this day, Pete loves you. And he would do anything you asked him to do. Anything. Even now, when he could throw you to the fire and get on YouTube and spill all of your dirty secrets and make tons of money doing it, he loves you so much he won't open his mouth. He won't. He's loyal to a fault. He loved you. He still loves you. He loves you far more than Salah and Nader ever will. And Pete is a jerk. Sorry for those that like Pete. Pete is a jerk. And I say that because, not just because of the things he said, but the fact that he's basically sat by letting BBJ get more and more neglected. He didn't open his mouth. because he was a coward and he was afraid of Chantal. He could have stood up and stopped it all. And he's guilty of hurting BBJ too. So yeah, he's a jerk. Won't change my mind about that. But going back to Pete's and Chantal, he loved her. Still loves her. Still hoping for her to come back, although it's probably never going to happen. See, the thing with Chantal is she's one of those people, she doesn't like to be told the word no. If you tell her no, she looks at that as a challenge. If you're a man and you say, no, I don't want you, she'll pursue you that much harder. So she wanted Pete's. She got Pete's. Pete's would let her do whatever she wanted. And she figured, I've conquered this mountain. Time to go on to the next one. She found Natter. Natter resisted her. He was a bad boy. She envisioned herself as being a bad girl. And that was appealing to her. But the more he told her no, the more she pursued him. And she tried so hard to buy her way into his life, and it just didn't work. And she still wants Natter. But if you were looking for love, Chantal, you had it. You had it. You gave it up for this. Spending all this money, tanking your channel for what? For a man that doesn't love you and a man you're not even sleeping with. Girl, spending thousands of dollars on a man you're not even intimate with. Concerned about holding on to him. You're holding on to a loser. Is it because that's the only thing you got left? You traded everything else for him, so you're going to hang on to him? He ain't worth hanging on to. But maybe that's part of your karma. The fact that you're so heartless and so soulless, and the way you've mistreated people and animals, maybe this is your karma. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is what you deserve. You're suffering the consequences of all your bad choices.
The law is very active in my life. It's always here. Have you eaten a lot of their 7-Eleven ramen? I haven't even had any. Yeah, Monica, exactly. They're a lot sweeter and crispy. Yeah, we know. What's that supposed to mean? Am I still in Thailand? Maybe. I'm laying down. Like leaning down, I guess you could say. I can be active in your life, lady. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, man, I hear you have to try it. Oh, I don't know if we can get any. You have to try paneer. Iona Shambles.
Again, another live talking about food. Another live. In Thailand, having all these adventures, making all these memories, and she's still talking about food. Chantal, you need inpatient. Honestly, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, not trying to diagnose you. You need inpatient. You need to fly home to Canada and get checked in. You need to be in strict, locked down inpatient, where you cannot have whatever food you want. Your fixation on food is very unhealthy. It's over the top. Like, all you think about is food. All you want is food. Talking about food, focusing on food 24/7. Girl, put the brakes on. You got your foot on the gas pedal and you won't take it off.
Palak paneer or paneer butter masala or paneer, shani paneer or, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Cold tuna sandwich is all that's in the future.
Oh,
for
shut
me.
up with the food.
Abuse some street monkeys. They abuse people. Other way around, buddy. From 1 to 10 was your fear when you saw the tigers? I was really scared. Actually, I was pretty frightened at first, but more like a, I don't know, a 5 or 6. I guess, Mel. Hi, Mike. How's your cat? How's your cat? I think I saw that you had a cat in your picture. How are you healing up? Hope it's doing better. Yeah, actually, I feel a lot better. I don't even feel it really anymore. It's weird. Mashallah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be weird if it were fake. So is it fake? Did you lie? See, she likes to tell lies where there's no definite proof that she didn't lie. Like she happened to get this boil on the inside of her thigh. And of course, we're never going to see that area. So, of course, the boil is going to appear there. That way she can conveniently lie and we can't call her out on her lie.
Oh, I once had a street monkey steal my glasses. No way. I once had a deer steal my park map at freaking Marineland. Creepy comfort and crime. Hey, are you in the dark? Yes, I am. No, it's more like dusk. It's like a light dark. Share a paneer with a street monkey. Oh, I don't know. It might give it diarrhea. Like, I don't know if they can take the curry or like the turmeric or garam masala. I don't know. I don't want to kill a monkey over that. I eat tiger broth. What? No, you don't. Just watch the elephants video. It was amazing. Such precious creatures. Yes. They are so cute. Did you hear the noise it made? Whenever it's like, you want more, cow? Oh, go away, you friggin' troll. Okay, no, I won't block you. They're from India. They can handle it. Well, you think they're used to eating Indian food? I never get, well, I can't say I never get problems when I eat it. Paneer. I do. I want paneer now. I do eating and stable or hurl it at you either way. I laughed out loud with the pineapple.
Blah, blah,
So that
blah.
was a good nurse. Yes. Laura, they're being taken care of. They're being well taken care of by, close people in our lives. Yeah, he's with me for sure. It helps for sure. I wouldn't want to be here alone. For sure. Absolutely. I'm gonna be going to bed soon.
I can't relate to Chantal. I couldn't imagine being 39 years old and you have to have somebody around all the time or you're going to freak out. Just can't. You know, Miss World Traveler, and she has to have somebody there to be her caretaker. She could globe hop if she wanted to, if she had the money and she had the health. She could just be alone, be single, have a good time. She doesn't know how to do things by herself. Almost 40 years old, and you're still codependent on people, Chantal. You really need to break that cycle.
Yeah, it was a clinic, Wendy. It's doing really well. It wasn't that deep. Yeah, creepy. Yeah, for sure. Doing
She's changing her story. First, she went to the hospital. Now she's saying it's a clinic. Then she told us it was a golf ball sized abscess. And then she's saying it's not that deep. I would think a golf ball sized abscess, it's pretty bad. It sounds pretty serious. So she did her initial, was it alive? Talking about the abscess, and she was making it sound like it was really severe. Now she's saying it wasn't that serious. So which is it? Was it bad or is it not that serious?
very well. Thank you. I hope you are as well.
And if it's not that serious, how come your husband won't pack it with dressing for you? Why is he not on board with it? Is it because he's not your husband? Or maybe that's part of the agreement. I will stand beside you and I will say robotic things and I'll say I love you and I'll call you babe. But anything medical, that's not on the contract. I'm not touching you. Touching you to the barest minimum is on the contract, but anything intimate, no, we ain't doing that. That's not in the agreement. See, this is what you get with fake love, Chantal. Real love would help you with things like that are unpleasant. Fake love doesn't.
Actually, I'm in the mood to listen to something creepy. I want to watch your podcast after this. I was just thinking that, like, I could go for something creepy and like true crimey.
But I thought you weren't watching that stuff anymore. You said you didn't want to watch anything negative or dramatic. Didn't she say that to us? Didn't she tell us, I'm cutting out the negative. I'm not watching this stuff anymore. But yet you're going to watch it. See, Chantal lies.
They're happy and fine, don't worry.
So if you have anxiety, serious question, if you have anxiety and if you're not in a good headspace, if you're in a negative headspace, would it help you to watch something negative? Wouldn't it be more beneficial to watch or listen to something positive, something calming? Somehow I don't think true crime would qualify as that.
Yes, exactly, babe. Mamma Mia! Hello, or Mammy Mia. Nice. Yeah, I love those kind of videos. You bored, boring people here. I don't blame you for bored. No, everyone is not boring. What time is it? I can't see the time. They don't show the time up here? Oh, no, they show how long you've been live. I see. There's like some new people here. You need to live and have fun. Time creeps up on us. Yeah, I know. But like I guess sometimes I just feel like I push myself to do things like do I even like doing them? You know, like I'm having a blast doing the activities we did so far. But part of me will always hate crowds. Even Salah doesn't like crowds though, but he's like more tolerant than me. I get like anxiety attacks.
You know what, Chantal? Listen, I was a serious introvert because I did the same thing you did. I put myself into a very small comfort bubble, and if I had to come out, it it would scare me. So I get it. If you put yourself in a very tiny comfort zone space and now you're faced in a situation where that comfort zone is no longer exists and the bubble around you is much bigger and you have to move around it, how you get adjusted to it is you push yourself and you start to do things that you're not used to. The fear of the unfamiliar is more scary than the unfamiliar itself. But once you grit your teeth and you push yourself to do things, it becomes less scary over time. The more you do it, the less scary it is, the more comfortable you can be in it. This is the time to push yourself, to be around people, to know how to deal with people, to talk to people. You've been sitting in a room eating too long. That's become your comfort zone. That's become your safe space. But if you want to be a world traveler, you have to be part of the world. You have to see the world. You got to talk to people. You got to push yourself. Or not, you can sit in a room and eat and be unhappy and miserable. I mean, it's really your choice, it's your life. But that is how you get over the fear. You conquer the fear by working through the fear.
I hate being around a lot of people. I don't like it. I don't know. It's really creepy. You don't like it either, eh, babe? I remember you saying that. Jet lag? I'm just tired, Levi. I get really anxious around a lot of people, especially if it's super busy and loud. Yeah. You're only 4 to 5 years from now. Are you God? Crystal, oh, I hate crowds and waiting in long lines. Yes. Ew, I hate lines. How's your boil? I wouldn't mind if we could sit in line. I wish I had a go-go gadget mobility scooter. Oh, my boil's just fine. Thank you for asking.
That's something else that's bugging her in Thailand. She can't just take a scooter everywhere. She's always relying on go-karts or scooters to scoot her around. And the fact that she's in Thailand, she has to actually walk. She just can't grab a scooter and go, go, go.
But it's midday and you barely have 300 people watching. 323. I don't care. Why is that a big deal?
Yeah, I remember back in the day when Chantal would do a live, and no matter what time it was, she would have like 1,000 people, or a little over 1,000, or close to 1,000. She can't break 1,000 anymore. Not even when she rages. She got less than 400 people during this live. Compared to some reaction channels, they'll get close to 1,000 or over. French Fry Girl easily breaks 2 or 3,000 people every time she goes live. And I think that's part of the reason why Chantal doesn't like Frenchie. It's the fact that Frenchie, she does very entertaining lives. That's why people come and talk to her. That's why they spend time in her live. But she's got her 94K channel, and she can't even break 400 people in her chat. Again, this is another wake up moment, Chantal. Life's little problems sitting on your desk saying, here's a problem, work out a solution, drop a blueprint and fix it. I have a 94K channel and I'm losing viewers and people are losing interest. What can I do to bring it back? What do I have to do? Do I have to take control of my health? Do I cater to the 75% of people in my audience rather than the 25%? Stop ignoring the 75% in favor of the food fetish people. Maybe come up with new ideas, new intros, whatever you got to do. Life's little problems. Stop avoiding them and start solving them.
So proud of you, Chantal. I like seeing you grow. You've come a long way. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm trying. Also, I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt really discouraged as well. Like, not being able to do as much as like a normal person. I don't know. Sometimes that reality hits me. Drink chamomile tea before leaving to go. Chamomile, yeah, you're right. It is calming.
Well, again, if you're out in the world, you're having trouble moving around, you're having trouble doing simple things, wake up moment. Wake up. Fix the problem. If you being of a much bigger size is a problem that's creating other problems, it's time to fix it. Find some determination and say, even though I am hyper fixated on food, I need to stop this. It's not helping me. It's not allowing me to do the things that I want to do. I need to drop at least 200 pounds and get down to, say, 300, so I can move around, so I can do things, so people won't stare as much, so I can be healthy and I can breathe better. I can have more mobility. I can tie my own shoes. I can take a shower on my own. I can be independent. Get to a weight where you have full independence instead of being at a weight where you are codependent on someone to take care of you.
I'm ready to flip out on someone. It's bad. Now I'm a hermit. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like being a hermit forever. Like the Wall-E people. I swear. A good rest, yeah. People with anxiety love horror movies because it can jolt you out of your anxious thoughts.
Okay, this comment right here. So NS says, no, she runs away every single loyal viewer she gets, talking about Chantal. Remember, she will do what she wants, and her members will keep eating it up and come back for more, except they aren't. Right. Long ago, when Chantal was making money on her channel, this was back in the Natter arc, she was all in her arrogant self. She would literally get on her lives and tell her Beezers, the people that were paying the $5, she would tell them, I don't care if you unsub for me. She would go on blocking sprees. She would literally get on her lives and say, who wants to be blocked? Who wants to be blocked? I'll block all of you. F you, F you. You guys are jerks, blah, blah, blah. using all kinds of profanity, cursing out her members, degrading her members, saying, "You don't matter to me." She'd always tell people, "I don't care if you quit, I'll get more Beezers." And for a while, she wasn't wrong, because she would lose a few Beezers, but then more would sign up. So lose a few, gain a few, lose a few, gain a few, lose a few, gain a few. And it was like that for the longest. And she always counted on people just finding her interesting and staying on her channel. But then that system turned around. She didn't get as many signups. People stopped joining up. She started to lose members. And arrogant Chantal became caring Chantal. Suddenly she changed her little nasty attitude to, "I care about you guys so much. And what do you guys think about that? And what's your opinion?" That person did not show up until her money started to drop. There's an old saying, "A friend in need is a friend indeed." And she's in need of money. So caring Chantal has now entered the chat. And she's going to be around as long as she needs money. But if she were rolling in dough, she would be arrogant, she would be rude, she would be cocky, she'd be degrading people because she would feel, "I'm untouchable." Well, obviously you can be touched, Chantal. And maybe you're having another wake up moment right here, where once upon a time you thought the audience didn't matter, when you should be owing your audience you should be giving them a round of thanks, because without them coming to watch your videos, without them giving you the views, you would not be able to be a world traveler and eat what you want and do what you want. You have to go out into the really real world and get a real job and adhere to a 9-to-5 schedule. Because of your viewers, because of your subs, you've got more freedom than maybe some of your viewers to live out your dreams and do what you want. And you've taken the blessings that you've been given and you've abused them and you've squandered them, and that's on you. But you're learning you have to be nice to people, because people have a choice on YouTube. They can go where they like, they can watch who they like, and if you're having a channel with content that is boring, they don't have to put up with it. They can go elsewhere and watch someone else. So if you want to keep them on your channel, don't be a jerk. And actually put some thought into your content.
Make you think about a different situation. Really, Breeza? Love horror movies. No, I don't have to sleep with my head covered. I mean, if I was doing a sleep stream, yeah, I would. You know, it's a big deal to you, which makes it even better. What? Oh, no. Oh, I forgot what you were talking about. No, I never complain about that. Have you ever heard me complain about how many people are watching me? I don't care. I always say actually.
Actually, you have. You actually have complained. You started your lives on more than one occasion, and nobody would be there like, "Where is everybody?" You know, you start your lives at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and you actually complain, "Where is everybody? Why is nobody here?" Because people are asleep, you big idiot. People work. But you've complained before. You've complained about nobody being there as soon as you start your live. You're just not getting the concept. Hey, I'm a YouTuber, but other people work and they might not be able to be around. But you complain when people don't show up. At the same time, you said to us, "I don't care if I've got 5 Beezers," when you do care, because it would take more than 5 Beezers to pay for the food that you eat, pay for your hotel room, pay for Salah. So you better hope that you have more than 5 Beezers for that.
I don't care even if I have 50 people. That's a lot for me. Doesn't really bug me. Honestly, it doesn't.
It does.
I'm having a chat with people. Why would I care? You should totally get a scooter. I wish sometimes. I know that's the lazy thing. I hate crowds too. I'm always wondering what people think about the way I look or dress.
You know, I didn't look at the number of people that were in her chat at the time, but considering how slow her chat is moving, she didn't have that many people. She didn't have that many people in live chat, even though you guys can see it's not just VIP chat. Anybody could have gone in and talked to her versus someone like, say, French Fry Girl, that you will look at her chat just flies right by. It's hard to see what people are saying because the chat's going by so fast. I can easily keep up with all this.
Yeah, there's people are a lot of people are afraid of that too, Gemini. It's totally normal. It's like 3 a.m. No. It's like maybe 10 or 11. And the pause always has me cooking. Yeah, I do get right now. I'm not hot because the AC is on full blast. In a little while, Danny. I have anxieties around people, but could never do what you do. Well, it's not for everyone, you know. Okay, whatever, NS. I think, I just go through a lot of changes and, I lose people along the way, you know. It's always been that way. I don't like some of the ways I've talked to people in my streams and stuff. I don't like that. Like some of the viewers, but like some people just like I don't know, like a lot of the time I just don't like I just couldn't like didn't like the trolling and the hate and stuff, and would freak out. What is cavity? I never heard of that. Hi, Teardrop.
Oh, we're going to take a minute. I just want to show this to you guys. Okay. So while she was saying all of that, I was just looking something up because I was just curious. So let me just hold on a minute. Okay, we're going to stop the screen for a minute and go over to Playboard. So there's Playboard. Anybody can look up any channel on YouTube. So she did a live. No super chats. None. Zero. Zip. Nada. So this whole acting pathetic, acting pitiful, sad fishing, obviously it's not working, Chantal. So your couple vlogs are not getting much in the way of views, and your lives don't get that many people watching, and you're not getting super chats, and you're not getting much in the way of membership signups. And you still insist on doing the same boring food content, talking about food constantly. Your channel is circling the drain, and yet you will not change things. You won't improve anything. You won't say to yourself, this formula that once worked, it's not working anymore. I need to make another one. I can't just fall back on my haunches and be lazy and think that food is going to get it done. It's not. People are bored, silly with all this nonsense. Look, proof is right here. You did a live for an hour. Not a single super chat. Nada. Nothing. Zero. And I remember back in the day when you used to make tons of money doing lives. You would make hundreds of dollars in super chats. Not anymore. People aren't falling for your crap. They're not falling for this sad fishing. They're not falling for this fake, pathetic, feel sorry for me crap. It's time to change up the game. People have caught on to it.
Hello. How are you, sweetie? They rebooted The Exorcist. I wonder if it's going to be good. Yeah, Monica, I know. That's so stupid, eh? 10:08 p.m. He can, yeah. How much do you budget on a day? I'm going to do a video about budgeting, like what our budget was, basically. I don't know. I still have to work out it depends on the day, if it's a day where we go to a more expensive attraction or if it's a day we go on.
Wow, it sounds like the money's very, very tight right now. Very tight. Because we've never heard this kind of talk from Chantal. Remember back when she was in Canada? Did she care about her money? Did she care about budgeting? Oh, no. No, she would go to the dispensary and spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. She'd have deliveries sent to her house. And when she was in Canada, she talked to us and said that she spent easily $4,000 a month on food. And then that amount changed to $6,000. Now all of a sudden they're on a budget. You wouldn't have to budget so much if you could travel alone, Chantal. There'd be one less person you got to feed and put up in the room with you. You might be able to do more. See, independence is cheaper than codependence. Codependence is expensive. Paying somebody's way is expensive. And you can't even justify it saying, he loves me so much. He's so devoted. He ain't. He's just around for the free ride.
But we budgeted for like a certain amount of time, not like per
You
day
budgeted.
basis. We have friends.
You budgeted. It's not even his money. He's not working. You budgeted because you wanted to have him there. You budgeted. It's your money. It ain't his money.
From Fiji who brought black lava tea. Really? Short acting edible? There's always haters no matter what you do. All you can do is ignore them. I know. Yeah, exactly. 9 a.m. Monday in Saskatchewan. Wow. So people are just going to work. I've never felt so welcomed in a chat before. Great people here. Yeah, you are all welcome. I'm not jet lagged. Freaking tired. So tired. My anxiety was so bad.
And don't think I didn't notice, Chantal, the pattern, because you do have a pattern with the hate farming. You do something to get everybody riled up, and then immediately after that, you go live, looking to capitalize on the outrage. So you put out the tiger video, you went live. Now you're putting out the elephant video, you're going live after that. So obvious is obvious, mama. Obvious is obvious. You know people don't want you around animals, but you think that by going to places that feature animals and putting up videos and then doing a live directly after that, it's going to lead to hate super chats. Obviously, you were wrong. You didn't make nothing during your live. So depending on people to hate you, to dislike you, and make money off their anger, it's not working. And I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy that people are starting to smarten up and they're catching on to the game. And they're saying, I'm not falling for it. I am not going to let her manipulate me through my anger and use my anger to take money out of my pocket. I am so happy that people are starting to wise up to you and they're keeping their money in their pocket for themselves or for other things. So happy about that.
He's just going, oh yeah, thanks for turning that on, babe. Just going for a walk. He'll be back soon. I've been enjoying your podcast and seeing you in here. Yeah, you've been watching? That's awesome, Crystal. Hi, Vanessa. Oh, thanks for putting the link, babe. You're sweet. Reese's boy. Hello. Hi, HG. The elephants were so sweet. Thank you. They were so cute, eh? A dog cafe. I guess I would, yeah. The temperature, it's like, I don't know, like I think 28 or 30. I think it was like 30. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, Teardrop. Thanks for asking. You want to see a pic of it? Ew, why? What is wrong with you? I'm so glad to hear that you were doing better. Thank you, Shelly. Hey, Blarn. Feeling pretty nice. I hope you are too. Traveling is so tiring. As much as I love it, nothing better than home sweet home. Yeah, I miss my home. But I'm just trying to focus on the moment and have a good time. Make the most of it. But it's hard, I miss my pets, that's all, mostly.
No, she doesn't. Any other pet owner that really loved their pets, they would feel sad about it. They would worry. How's my pet doing? You'd feel sad about it. You might cry a little bit. I mean, y'all can see I got my cat Booger. She's my baby. Hi, Booger. Hi. I would feel distressed if I had to be away from Booger for more than a day because I know she'd miss me. But she's been traveling to Thailand. And so she talks about her pets in passing. Oh, I miss my pets, but there's no true sadness there. Not at all.
And some things about the Middle East, like not having to worry about halal food. The food, I miss the food so bad. The food is actually, in my opinion, it's better than here. It's like so delicious there. There's so much variety. I don't know. It's very different here.
The only Kuwait food that you ate were fast food. That's all you. So what are you talking about? There's more variety of fast food in Kuwait. Is that what you miss? Is that what you're missing, the fast food in Kuwait? And you want to be a world traveler?
Food wise. Even the really good food I've had. I'm not saying it's bad, it's really good, but I miss the Kuwait food.
You miss the fast food.
Oh, yeah, Katie, for sure. Get your boil cameo. Was Julia happy to see y'all? Well, she hasn't seen us yet, so. Hi, Halyusha. Can't even leave my house without having anxiety. Oh, I understand that, Teardrop. Thank you, but I understand for sure. Epsom salt bath. I don't know, creepy. I should have asked them. I don't know for sure, but good point. I haven't tried mango sticky rice yet. I tried onigiri. They're very good. What else do I miss? Miss Kanafa.
I mean, this. Is it not enough that she does her mukbangs? She already does food content. Is it not enough that during the couple vlogs they feature food? Food's got to be everywhere on every part of her content, lives, mukbangs, couple vlogs. It's every place. And it wouldn't be so bad if it were interesting food, if she knew how to describe it. If the star of the content was the food, not about her consuming the food. But just always got to be talking about food, always got to be fixated on the food. Chantal, listen to me. Listen. You're not getting it. Get it through your head. Your obsession and your addiction to food is not everybody else's addiction and obsession. So what you find interesting, the rest of the world does not. And I know that irritates you. You just can't understand why you can talk about food and you can eat food and it's just, it's your thing, it's your jam. You just don't get it why everybody else is saying it's boring. That's because your obsession is not our obsession. Your addiction is not our addiction. So what you find interesting, we don't. And your viewers do not. That's why they get excited when you do travel vlogs and they're seeing different places and they're saying, we really like this content. What they're really saying to you is, we are bored, stupid with the same content over and over again. We don't want to see a little tiny room with you in it eating fast food and talking about nothing. We've seen enough of that. We want something different. And if you want us to keep watching, you need to give us something different. You've talked about traveling, so actually do it.
It's almost a year, Chantal.
So understand that that I'm going to say it. And I'm not trying to make fun of anybody who's ever gone through addiction, who suffer with addiction. I've dealt my own issues with food. It's really sad. Sometimes a person, their addiction can get so severe, so out of control that that's all they want to do all the time. They will lock themselves into a room and do whatever it is they're addicted to. Chantal has reached that point where she cares about nothing else except what she's addicted to. She's just consumed with having it near her, going to go get it, having it around her. Like, that's her entire world. She's reached that extreme stage of her addiction. She's not backing away. Even when she's going out into the world, going to Thailand, going to Kuwait, she's able to just get her mind off of the food, see different places, get a different perspective of this is what the world is like outside of my addiction. This is what I'm missing. This is what's out there. She keeps coming back to what's holding her prisoner. She's not breaking the chains. If you want to break those chains, Chantal, you're the one that's got the key. You can release yourself. But you're holding on to food like some toxic teddy bear that's filled with battery acid. And the tighter you grip onto it, the more it hurts you. You're not a child. You need to let that teddy bear go.
Since you moved to Kuwait, very happy for you. You have found the love of your life and you're very happy, Olivia. Thank you, kitty. Yeah, I am very happy with my babe. Sweetest angels of the 1500th degree. Controller. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I'm gonna dream about that tonight. That's a weird texture. Or a weird combo. Do they have Starbucks? They do teardrop, yeah. I haven't tried it though.
What, you're in Thailand? You haven't had Starbucks yet? Is it because Salah won't let you have it?
I'm not gonna say exactly how long we're gonna be here, Clever, but I guess you guys will find out soon. Black's Chaos. Hello, hubby is sick and now I'm catching it. Oh no, yeah, definitely sleep it off and drink lots of fluids. It is horrible. Oh, you mean the virus, yeah.
That's the reason why she's being so nice to her beezers right now. She's in Thailand. They're already on a tight budget, and she can't afford to lose any more members or any more viewers. She needs every single member and viewer that she can get her hands on. So Chantal's going to be nice. Nice Chantal only shows up when broke Chantal shows up at the same time.
For the first time? Well, I guess you were lucky having gone all this time without getting it.
Oh, shut
I'll
up.
get to see a fall again one day. The lemon tastes harsh, yeah. You're in 7-Eleven now? I can't wait. That'll be so creepy. I always wanted to stay at haunted places, but I'm a wuss. Like the
Okay, she's starting to get boring. You might just dip out here in a minute.
13 cheeses with pickles.
Like, I keep skipping ahead in the live trying to find an area where she's not talking about food, and I keep landing on places where she's still talking about freaking food. Can we not talk about food for 5 minutes?
Yeah, pickles, yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, and olives. Pickles, olive, 13 cheeses.
Oh, stop with the food talk.
No way, Hawaiian was invented in Ontario? Where? My blood sugar went low at 26. I almost fainted in cold water. They gave me sugar. Oh, really? That's weird. They gave you sugar, like just plain.
Oh my God, just
Oh,
the food talk.
shoot. Ew, a chin boil? That would be bad. What's the boil status? It's a recovering boil. Hi, Thomas. Thank you. We're having a blast. Salmon pizza with mascarpone. Oh my
Oh
god.
God, the food
I
talk
feel
again.
blah. How come, Tracy? Is there anything we can do to cheer you up?
Okay, you know what? I'm out. I'm so out. Like I've tried like 3 or 4 different places to find a place in the live where we skipped past the food talk and it just keeps popping up. She's fixating on food again. She started out the live eating, so she shouldn't be hungry. Like, her stomach isn't empty. So she hasn't put anything in her mouth for at least a few minutes. So we're back to the food talk, which is going to lead to what? It's going to lead to her wanting to go to her fridge and get that backup sandwich. This is why she cannot use food as her content because, it keeps her on that hamster wheel of eating, eating, eating. If you're not eating, you're thinking about eating. You're thinking about ordering. You're thinking about your next meal. You are surrounding yourself with people and conversation that's going to remind you of the very thing you need to get away from. And you're not giving up anything different. You're not taking your mind off of what you should stay away from. You sit there and you complain about going out into the world and having trouble breathing. You're having trouble with your mobility. You don't feel good around people. You don't have your confidence. But then you set yourself up for failure by eating a bunch of food and being around people and they're talking about food, which is going to make you just think about, you're feeding the beast inside your head, which is going to lead to the feeding your stomach, which is going to lead to the same cycle all over again. You're a moron. All right. So that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and post it. Like I said, I've got stuff to do today. So I hope you guys have a great day. If you like this react, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. And please have a wonderful day. Bye now.